Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Did Taylor Green consult you about how to ask his then girlfriend to be his fiance?
Well, it probably would have been a lot cheaper. I asked Jamie to marry me in the pickup truck, and it didn't take too long. Hell, I was pretty sure she was going to say yes, but wasn't 100% positive. She kept it simple. She was going to say yes or no. I mean, hell, it's just a question, but I know
Yeah, it's just a question.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
There we
Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Man, I'll bet you over at the indoor football facility right now, the music's blaring. People are yelling. It's an exciting day. Football practice is about to begin. It's 6:02 in the morning.
Well, the smell of rubber pellets
Yes.
flying up in the air.
Nothing quite like it.
You're walking around, you're observing, you feel important because you're there, and then you think, what is that in my shoes?
Yeah. You
I
got to wear socks.
pellets in my socks.
You have to remember to wear socks
still
if
get
you're
them
an
in there.
observer.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's
It's
not like if you go sockless.
You got to walk out of the facility and you take your shoes off and you shake those rubber pellets out of your shoes, like being at the beach, kicking the sand off.
I remember the first time I walked across the field
football.
in Little Rock. Yeah, after they'd done the
yeah.
field down there, and it's like, what is this stuff?
It's like Goodyear tires.
I know. It was just like it is.
That's
It's
what
like
it is.
pouring sand out of your shoe after you walk across the field down there.
The smell of a dirty locker
Yeah.
room. Football
Oh,
season, baby.
Nothing like it, baby.
Oh, we
Nothing
got
like
we
it.
had NFL action last night.
Isaac Tesla had a good night.
Oh, did he just catch another ball?
Couple of catches,
Oh, he
looked
looks
good,
good.
doing it.
He looks like he could.
He's going to play.
Staying power in the NFL.
He's got staying power. He does.
Today, let's overreact. You want
Okay,
to?
yeah.
This is a day to be excited. Every
Friday.
football coach in the country today believes something that's not true.
Have you ever been more excited?
It's true.
Yeah, it is.
Every football coach in America, every high school coach, every college coach, every peewee coach, they all today, before the season begins, believes at least one thing that's not true.
Yeah.
And we all, and you know what? I'm here for it. Why not? I'm excited too. I mean, today you can tell me they're not going to be 12-0,
Anything goes.
but that's just your opinion.
That's right. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man.
Until we lose a game, I don't care what level. You know what? Something crazy could happen this year, kids. Let's shock the world. Let's be the story.
There's a lot of hope out there this morning, all across America.
It's like when you go play golf, man, and you got a good night's sleep. And you got to the driving range. You got there early enough. And you did that stretch you always know is going to help you. And at 72, there's just a slight breeze, and it's to your back on the first hole. And you're standing there. You got your new golf club.
probably a new
Put that
shirt.
glove on.
Feel
You
good.
probably got that new belt. And you're like, man, I look good. And you get up there, and you're standing on that first tee, and you're like, this is as good as I'm going to feel all day.
And then you snap
hook one into
out
the
of
woods.
I saw exactly where you were
let
going
the
there.
season begin.
That's right.
But man, that felt good.
That's right.
Oh, that felt good.
Just
before I had
that
to
one
hit the
brief
ball.
moment right
Oh,
there.
Yeah, that's today.
That's right. No,
That's
it
today.
is. You're
Drink
right.
It, drink it in. Oh,
Here in a couple of weeks, it's going to be, well, we've hit the dog days camp now, and everyone needs to play a game, and it'll be nice when we get there. But for a few days, it is. I mean, everybody's on cloud nine.
I need that clip, Edward, from Kenny Dillinger yesterday. Arizona State's coach. Dillingham, sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get my neighbors
I know.
confused with the
I
head coach
understand.
at Arizona State.
I understand.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
But
Kenny.
Edward, we got to get that clip. I sent it yesterday. It was important.
Bo's on a rampage this morning.
He said that they didn't have a bad practice. They had an average practice, and they want to be an average team. And they didn't do anything bad. They just didn't have any passion.
What
You
did he
hear
say?
You got to hear the
It
clip.
was a good practice by a bad team or something
Yeah.
like that.
You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Let's play.
Don't be mad going 5-7. It's okay. Don't be mad going 6-6. Don't be mad going 3-9 because somebody has to go those records. There's going to be tons of teams who do it. Why not us? We didn't practice bad. What I mean by that is like we didn't bust. We didn't MA. We threw one pick. Like we didn't practice bad. We didn't practice with passion. We didn't care if we scored a touchdown. We didn't care if there was an interception, right? We didn't care if somebody made a great play for most of practice. We were just out here practicing. And to me, the best teams, it matters all the time. You want to win everything. And today we didn't have that mindset. We didn't want to win. We wanted to practice. And those are two different mindsets to me. Good practice of complacency. It was a good practice for a bad team.
So good. There's so much gold in there. There's so much gold in there. I want to hear it one more time. The part where he's rattling off all the terrible records.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to have
Somebody's
that. Why not
gotta do
us?
Don't be mad going 5-7. It's okay. Don't be mad going 6-6. Don't be mad going 3-9 because somebody has to go those records. There's going to be tons of teams who do it. Why not us?
There's going to be tons of teams.
Print the shirts. Print the shirts.
Somebody has to go those records. There's going to be tons of teams who do it. Why not us?
That's so good.
Print the shirts. 5-7. Why not us?
So, Chuck, that's how today starts, and for some people, that's how today ends.
I was going to say, that's a lot different than the things he said before practice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're all excited. Everybody's
funny.
all fired up to be out there.
That's funny.
And then you get done with practice, and Coach goes, "What was that?"
Good practice for a bad team.
I love football. I love football coaches.
Just the
I love
psychology
it.
involved in all that. You know, the things they say, knowing the reaction it's going to get.
If I could do anything for a month and didn't have to do anything else, I would have a microphone on as many high school coaches as I could get one on. And then I would just, with a team of people, I would work to pull all the cliche things that coaches say and all the stuff like that they say to their team. I mean, it's just gold. You remember, like, I can tell by the way y'all got on the bus. You had your headphones on. You had your hoodies up. We weren't going to be worth a crap tonight.
Why not us?
I can just tell. I can tell by the way Bart walked in here today. He wasn't ready to play.
Good practice for a bad team.
That's awesome. Yeah, first day of
Well, we
practice
have
today.
an early season gold right
I
there.
love that
from
guy, man.
Kenny
Oh,
Dillingham.
he's
So funny.
he's out of breath. On
Oh,
his,
yeah. He's
with his own
always
self.
breathless.
Yeah, with his own self.
We threw one pick. Like, we didn't practice bad. We didn't practice with passion. We didn't care if we scored a touchdown. We didn't care if there was an interception, right? We didn't care if somebody made a great play for most of practice. We were just out here practicing.
I love that guy. Oh, so I haven't even talked to you about this yet, but for the playoff show that I know you watched every episode on Disney Plus
yeah,
of
I did.
last year, Chuck.
I did.
We go to a few fall camps to basically, bank footage. You get some practice stuff and you get some sound with the coach, wear a mic at practice, and you're going to need some of that stuff later when you're kind of telling the story of their season to set up that first episode. And so Arizona State's on the list, and I'm going to advocate hard to go there. I might miss a show. I'm just trying to tell. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I'm
We
gonna,
need a mic on him, that's for sure.
well, that's why you go. And I'm overly excited about this now. Like I'm gonna have to get this done today.
So there's like nobody in Tempe that could put a mic on for you?
Not like we can. Chuck.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah,
Not like
you need to actually be there.
Why
to
not
clip
us?
that microphone on
Why
him.
not
I
us?
got you.
I
Let's
actually
just go do the show from Tempe.
that's a
show.
fair point, Chuck. And if you
fine.
would stay after the show, I've got some business things I'd like for you to help run.
Okay.
Because that's the kind of efficiency that can take us a long way.
Okay, all right.
But you do, yeah. You don't want to travel a whole crew. I'll tell you that. You will get a sound guy from probably Phoenix.
I got you. No,
but you know, somebody's got to be there.
television productions are a whole different deal for a simple mind like me. I mean, I don't understand all that the way you guys do.
Oh yeah, you do.
So I just get led along.
Yeah. Oh, Chuck, you're beautiful on TV, by the way. I don't think you get enough credit for being on screen.
Whatever.
Where
Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this?
Well,
Is this Get Chuck Day?
Television production. Well, no, you just kind of went in on me.
I just asked if there was somebody there that could do it.
Yes, there will be a sound man or gal
I just asked.
in Phoenix that can do it. But you might have to be there to sort of,
I understand.
you know,
it's important for you to be
gather people and
It's important to be there.
You know, we'll FaceTime with Kenny, whose last name I got wrong
there. That's all right.
to start the show.
We knew what you meant.
You helped. We
knew what you meant.
I need all the help.
I got you.
All the help.
I got your back.
It's Friday morning. And they are 8 minutes away from when we come back. We will have sounds from football practice.
Wow, what a moment!
We're gonna
What a
have
time
we're
to be
gonna just
alive.
we're gonna we've got a microphone down there, and we're just going to kind of listen in live occasionally throughout the show. Today's the day to be excited. What are you excited about with football?
I can't believe it's August, number one. I mean, that's the main thing. It's like, wow. We are at August. Football practice has started. We are we're right at 30 days, 29 days away from a football game. Razorback game.
Look at his hat I'm wearing for the first time.
That is a dandy.
Yeah. Ink shed. Ink shed.
What color is that?
Mustard? Hot mustard?
Yeah, I don't know. I've got one over here
Burnt
myself.
mustard?
Yeah, burnt mustard. Maybe.
Bart?
Spicy brown mustard.
Spicy brown mustard hat.
Gray poupon.
I've never had
Gray poupon.
I've never
color.
had this color on in my entire life.
It's
the
a
first time.
different look. I mean, it's becoming.
Does it bring out the color of my eyes?
It's a very becoming look, but I'm just not sure how you'd identify the color.
Yeah, I don't know. But you gotta just try new things.
I'm looking at
You've got one too. Put it on.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a color palette right now online. It looks like it's somewhere between mustard and trombone.
Huh, I didn't realize trombone was a color.
Well,
That's what it says.
you don't go down this road.
I'm going.
You want to go down the colors?
I'm going
road?
spicy mustard.
Woo.
I'm saying spicy mustard.
Can we talk about colors for a second?
Yeah, if you
What
want.
color are the Razorbacks colors?
Cardinal and white.
Well, I know that. Like, I know that those words,
Yeah.
but I still would need somebody to tell me the color.
would you like the
because
hex
I
code?
have, and I don't have nearly as much Razorback gear as some of you do. But they're all different cardinal
Cardinal,
colors.
the official Cardinal red is 9D2235. That's the hex code.
Yeah, but if Adidas does it, that's not the same, and if Nike does it, that's not the same. I don't know why they can't get on the same.
Well, Nike would be the official one.
You can tell when you look.
but
You
then,
can tell which one's official and which one's not quite official.
yeah. But
I
then
mean, it's close,
you
though.
go sell T-shirts, and they're not the same as the color of the cardinal in the uniform.
Yeah.
I know I know that's a beef for some people.
It is. It is.
Well,
That's why you got to get team issued gear only.
Yeah,
Chuck.
I mean,
That's
if
why-
you
that's
only
what
have
do.
one supplier, it would be great. I mean, everything would be the same. But you've got everybody out there with there's all kinds of brands now that have Razorback on them. I mean, you pay the fee, you can put the logo on there, and so not everything's going to be exactly right or exactly the same.
The Chuck and Bo show, we're gonna have one color, one brand.
Hot mustard,
Exactly.
hot mustard, and white.
Exactly
Those are our
right.
colors.
Exactly.
Maybe a
right.
golden brown. Maybe a golden
brown.
Maybe a golden brown.
Anyhow, turn on. Hey, follow us on YouTube.
I don't know.
Just smash the subscribe button, as Bart would say.
Hell yeah.
And we're just getting started. Football practice begins in minutes. For Chuck Barrett, I'm Bo Madden. Good morning. Hey, kids, how about a bagel?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
It's going to be a tough slog from now till the end of time.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just going to have to go today. You're just going to have to. Today is going to be
what I
maybe
told myself.
one of those days you're just going to have to go, and you'll be glad you did.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The sounds of football practice coming soon. We'll bring you the sounds. Just,
Whistles blowing.
After Sam Pittman's news conference yesterday and after his appearance on the Chuck and Bo Show, first thing yesterday morning. I mean, I don't know. My win total went up. My win total went up. I don't know what it is, but it went up. Roger in Booneville is on the Chuck and Bo Show. Roger, good morning.
Well, I'm sorry I had to start out with negativity, but
go ahead.
I want to talk about
They're going to be
University
terrible.
of Arkansas.
Are we going to talk about my character or Chuck's character for football?
Now I want to talk about the character of this school. Since the 1950s, the Razorbacks have been known as a football school. In my mind,
okay,
I became a fan in 1980 when Texas
or when Arkansas beat Texas 42-11. Ever since then, I was a huge fan of the football team. But your check has done nothing but turn this school into a basketball program. And that might be a good thing for some fans, but other fans I don't understand. I just think the University of Arkansas has always been a football school. It should always be a football school. And if football is never going to change as long as you got your check and Pittman in there. It's not going to change. You've settled, and the fans have settled for mediocre football seasons, 4 games, 5 games. Our goal every year now is to get to a bowl game, and it's pathetic. But let me tell you what would help this school. What would help this school is get rid of your check and Pittman, bring in Houston as AD, and put Petrino as football coach. We'll get nationally recognized, and then we'll actually start winning some games. But what else would be helpful? If Tyson was such a Razorback fan, then he would help the AD go after other billionaires. And you bring Houston Nutt in, Houston Nutt is a lot more known and a lot more that the billionaires like, a lot more kind of a guy that the billionaires like. He knows billionaires. He can get some help in here. But you settled and the fans have settled for Yurachek and Pittman, and our goal is a bowl season. We should be playing for a national championship every year. Every year. Okay. But every year that Yurachek and Pittman here for the football team, we will be at the bottom, and our goal is a bowl game. And it's sad to see, and I haven't bought tickets in the past 3 years. I haven't been to a game. I don't watch his news conferences. I don't listen to anything because it has just, I just don't care anymore. You know?
It sounds like you care, Roger. I mean, I'm just going to say it sounds like you care.
Well, you know, I'm just over it. I really am, because as long as you keep this the way it is now, you need people that knows billionaires, and you need a good AD. Houston would be a good AD, and Petrino is obviously a good head coach. But everyone has settled. The fans have settled. The media has settled. Everyone's settled, and our goal every year is a bowl game, and it's pathetic. It's sad, and it just rips what Arkansas football was since the 1950s.
What was it? And when was the last time? When was the last time that it was what you are describing?
Here we go, Bo. You defending it.
I asked.
You can't tell me
Roger,
Razorback football was not great.
How was your night last night?
Listen, you can defend it, and you can try to think that I had a bad night and I'm angry and all this. I'm just tired of the football program the way it is.
That's fine.
What the University of Arkansas has done.
But my question remains the same, because I'm not defending it. I'm asking you a question, because there are facts.
Somebody's got to get mad,
there are feelings.
Somebody's got to get mad.
Those are feelings.
Y'all are okay with the bowl game every year. You're okay with 4-8. You're okay. Let's get to the bowl game.
How do you know that? Where did you get that? That I'm okay with that? Just me individually. Where did that come from?
Ask the fans. You don't think I see it? Everybody sees it. Ask the fans. Ask the fans.
So I've asked you 2 questions. I've asked 2 questions, and you can't give me an answer on either one of them, but you decide to go a completely different direction.
Ask me a football question. Don't ask personal questions.
Okay.
Your media.
The football question is, when was the last time that Arkansas is describing, or is the program that you describe them as they should be, or it's embarrassing?
Since they've been embarrassing.
So when's the last time Arkansas was what you thought they should be, which is winning the national championship every year?
I thought they were really having Southwest Conference. It was great. We dominated.
You dominated the Southwest Conference? When?
When we played in the Southwest Conference.
What years did you dominate the conference?
We've had flashes of good, like when Petrino was head coach in the SEC, when Houston Nutt was head coach in the SEC. We've had flashes of good. We need to get back to that. Someone who actually cares about the University of Arkansas and loves the Razorbacks and loves every sport, not just basketball.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're saying a lot of things, but and your answers I heard were fire the AD, fire the coach, and get Tyson to rally up some billionaires. Do I have it right? And somebody that cares about Arkansas.
Absolutely. How Houston Nutt is athletic director, Petrino's head coach. Let's start winning some games, get nationally recognized, get Houston Nutt's billionaire friends involved. Maybe that helps the football team because Tyson only loves one sport. He doesn't love the Razorbacks. He loves one sport of the Razorbacks. So let's get everybody involved, get serious about Arkansas football, and get rid of these people that don't know how to coach, and get rid of the 4-8 seasons, get rid of the goal of the bowl games, and get serious about the University of Arkansas and bring back as a football school.
Thank you, Roger.
That sum it up for you, Bo?
It really did, and I enjoyed it. Yeah. I enjoyed the conversation, and I get your frustration. I really do. I think it's, simple. Roger, if I could just give you a little bit here. Simple is not always easy.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Well, when you make bad decisions, like the University of Arkansas has done, and the board is sitting up there not doing a thing about it, and okay with their goal of just getting to a bowl game every year, fans get irritated. And the fans need to wake up. This is not Arkansas football. We used to be good.
Used to be good. What and again, good is defined by what's your definition of good?
At least getting in the playoffs, at least getting close, getting to the national championship. That should be the goal every year. Bowl game should not be the goal every year.
Who told you that wasn't the goal?
Well, it seems to me like you settled for a bowl game. A lot of fans have settled for a bowl game.
What does settling mean?
You and the fans have settled.
When you say settle, what do you mean?
A coach that goes 4-8 every year.
What is settling?
You have settled for an AD who's turned the school into a basketball school, and you have settled for not getting other billionaires involved, getting other people involved to help this football team.
Bo knows billionaires.
I know billionaires. I've had lunch with them.
You could not know billionaires.
I know billionaires.
There's a billionaire on every corner. I mean, all you got to do is go up and say hello.
I mean,
well, that's fine.
Just.
But when you're not even doing that, you stay a basketball school.
Hey, you know what, Roger? I've been thinking while you were talking, and actually, I think we can actually boil this down to even more simple terms. You know whose fault this is? It's Jerry Jones. I mean, if Jerry would just step up and fix all this, like he has the Cowboys and with his billions, I mean, we would
Now, I'll tell you his philosophy is it's the University of Arkansas board that hadn't fired Yurachek and Pittman and get somebody in here to get serious about football instead of putting a goal at a bowl game.
Just so we're clear, if they hire Houston Nutt as the AD and Bobby Petrino as the head coach, this will be solved.
Well, if they did that, they would be serious about football because they love football.
No, you didn't answer me.
Now,
you didn't answer me.
What?
You haven't answered a question yet.
Well,
You have all the answers,
still
but when
keep
you ask you a
defending-
question, you got none.
You keep defending the goal of bowl games, and hey,
You keep making that up.
Roger, I do got to say this. Just because someone's not saying fire everybody doesn't mean they're okay with it. The solution isn't always to fire everyone. I hear your frustration, and I've listened to it just like everybody else has for the last 10 minutes, and I get it. I get where you're coming from.
I do too.
But
I really
you know, it would be nice if you could just make everything like we all would love it to be. But just because you're not calling on someone to be fired doesn't mean you're settling and you think it's okay. And you've got to try to understand that too.
Hey, Roger, listen, man. Thanks for sharing. We do really understand your frustration. I don't agree with all of your thoughts on how to fix it, but I do hope you have a great Friday. And just so you know, I'd like to see him be in the playoff too.
you'll never see it with the people that's running the University of Arkansas now.
Roger, you may be right, but in spite
Another
of that,
season. Another 4-8 season coming up. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Just like that 4-8 year last year.
I know. Hey, Roger, try and have a good weekend.
Thanks, Roger.
Appreciate you, man. It's the Chuck and Bo Show.
You remember that scene in Airplane where the guy just douses himself with gasoline as he's sitting on the plane? That's kind of what I was thinking about during that call.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
You want to talk about washed? You're being brainwashed by idiots. You're following idiots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
going to be the first to get a Chuck and Bo tattoo? I mean, I think Chuck might do it.
No. You can have mine. You just get 2 of them.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, I need a drink after that last call.
I think Kyle's got some Blantons in his office.
Oh, big stiff one. Holy cow. Unbelievable.
When Chuck and I both go to the break, I heard you, Bart.
Bart is nasty. I mean, he's like a child. It's like dealing with Beavis and Butthead over here. I mean, it really is. He has the most juvenile sense of humor.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyone I've ever been around.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's
very
not
true.
true.
It is very true.
Go outside, nerd.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Get out.
Oh, my gosh. What do you think? What do you think? Like, Bobby woke up this morning and just...
Roger. Who's Bobby?
Well, he said Bobby Petrino so many times. It was emblazoned in your brain.
Kenny, what's his name?
Kenny Dillinger.
Yeah. Dillinger.
John's
That's
boy,
my neighbor.
Kenny.
That's my neighbor.
Why not us?
Dillingham. And who was on the phone?
Roger. From Booneville.
Well, he woke up with just, man, something.
Hate in his heart.
Yikes.
Hate in his heart.
Okay. Jesse in Springdale. Jesse, good morning. That drink got to me.
Morning, guys.
There.
Hey, Jesse. Save us.
Yeah, I got a response to that last caller. I mean, first of all, I get how he feels. I mean, when you're a Razorback fan, you want your team to do well. I love football. I really want us to do well in football as well. But this idea of, like, get us back to being a football school, I don't remember us actually being a football school, to be honest with you. Like, I first started watching the Razorbacks, watching basketball, right as we were leaving the Southwest Conference and coming back or moving to the SEC. And I thought we were a basketball school because of the success we had. And if we're known as a basketball school, I don't see a problem with that. As long as we're succeeding somewhere, who cares what sport it is?
Everybody wants to win at football, especially in the SEC.
We've always fancied ourselves a football school. We always have.
And I think part of the reason is because you have had successful moments along the way at Arkansas. But the idea of you're going to be Georgia or you're going to be Alabama or LSU or Texas, that's nice. I mean, everybody can strive for that and should. But I think I struggle with the idea that Arkansas football has just been in this desert land for 5 years. It hasn't been great. It hasn't been awful either. We've seen awful. It was awful right before that. And, and by the way, it's interesting to hear Roger's comments because we ran Houston Nutt out of the state. We flew planes over the stadium. We humiliated him and publicly embarrassed him in front of his family. And all the guy did was care about Arkansas. And then we want to go back and talk. And then we want to go back and talk about how great it was. But Chuck said it many times, and this is the problem that. And every time we talk about this, it's twisted into we're defending Pittman and we're making excuses. That's like move that off the table. Let's just talk about Arkansas. Let's just look at ourselves in the mirror and let's talk about what it is that we deal with and how to solve those issues. And it goes beyond a coach. Like Nick Saban can't come in here and win 10 games every year unless a lot of things change. He's a hell of a coach, but that alone won't do it. Oh, well, if you bring Saban in, then everything just comes together and everybody gets on board. Okay, that might be true. That might actually be able to happen. He's not coming here. Or what's the next solution? So we love firing coaches. We got a guy that won 3 Big Ten championships, came in here, struggled a little bit, and couldn't get him out of here fast enough, couldn't have more attacks on his personal life, couldn't make fun of how much Tito's he drank any more than anybody did. And he's about to maybe be in the playoff at Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I don't know. The idea of, like, let's get rid of Yurachek and get a new coach, I'm not on board with that at all. I mean, that's concentrating on football only. when you look at last year, we had a lot of success, and we were in the spotlight in a lot of sports. So as a program as a whole, I think he's doing an awesome job.
Well, by the way, it's 6:45, and it's the first day of. They're 25 minutes into their first practice.
Fire 'em all.
Can we play the freaking season and have this conversation at the end? Jesse, thanks for the call, by the way. I appreciate your thoughts.
One thing that I just have to say, when people talk about the history of the football program, go back and actually look at the records. I mean, we distort history pretty badly. I mean, people are making, and Roger said we dominated the Southwest Conference. No, we didn't. We competed in the Southwest Conference. Texas dominated the Southwest Conference. Texas did. And sometimes, you know, again, the older we get, the better we were. And it wasn't quite like what some people are describing back then. But we have always fancied ourselves a football school. We certainly have. And I don't really think that's going to change.
Hey, the weather's cooled down a little bit, but it's still going to be hot, and it's been hot all summer. And if you've noticed your AC is struggling, don't take the chance of not getting it checked out, because Pascal's got a great deal for you. Right now, you can get a brand-new high-efficiency AC excuse me, furnace system starting just $79.99. $79.99 with payments as low as $100 a month. That's a brand-new high-efficiency AC and furnace system. No shortcuts, no surprises, same-week installation available. Go over to gopascal.com to schedule. You get professional people at Pascal, professional service. Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric. Chuck and Bo Show, football practice underway. And a wild and wacky Friday. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's. Hey, if you've been thinking about a new ride, now's the time to make it happen. That's because Chevy of Fayetteville is kicking off their summer drive deals with some of the best offers you'll get all year. Trailblazers starting at $23,000, Colorados from only $30,000, the new Equinox EVs from just $30,000. No matter what you're looking for, these deals are real and they won't last long. So don't wait. Head over to Chevy of Fayetteville today. Together, let's drive.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Pascal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Pascal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Pascal. Professional people, professional service. Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Does the show feel like it's always a friendly environment? I was going to say, just
I
like
guess it depends on which side of the fence you're
It's
on.
friendly. Sometimes you get yelled at, but I mean, it's still friendly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You have to know where you have to know their parents. I think we've done a good job of identifying guys through identifying their parents. I think that makes a big difference. For instance, Quentin Green called me the day before the portal opened this spring and said, "My kid's not going anywhere. I just want you to know that." Man.
Chuck's still going to call all the games this year. We're going to listen to you come in here and be tired, and 65% of you is better than 100% of everybody else. We'll take it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bo's in a fight mood today.
I am not.
Bo wants to fight.
I am not.
He is. He walked in here. One of you guys want to fight?
I want to have fun.
Ripped his shirt off when he walked in here, so you guys want some of this?
No. I mean, you don't have to share everything.
He's in a fighting mood.
I want to
actually. Roger was in a fighting mood.
I want to have fun.
I know
Chuck.
you do. I
know
you
have
do.
Fun, man. I want to get in here and have good. I want to have a weekend. It's first day of football practice.
I know.
I want to have fun.
I know.
Why everybody got to be on mad?
25 minutes in. Fire them all. Fire them all. My God.
Was somebody at practice and told you that Talon tripped? Like, what? It is wild. Where did that? He's just right now is not the time to be angry about the season. Am I wrong about that?
Well, I think he was expressing just overall frustration in the fact that
on the first day.
Well, but
what
he's saying is I don't have any hope.
I think
that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. Is I don't have any hope.
You think he feels that way about his whole life or just football?
Well, I don't know.
I was trying to find that out.
Yes.
I was trying to find that out because how can you have no hope about this football team?
Well, the one thing that I heard there is
I saw a football team with no hope, and there were 2 years of that. I watched those games. I know you did too.
Look, whether we want to,
you called them.
Whether we want to admit it or not, whether we like it or not, when he's talking about basketball and football and the differences, there's one really big difference. One has money to burn, the other doesn't. And look, I'm not saying money to burn, but they got enough money to, compete nationally. Guys, that's what this is about. We can sit here and talk about tradition and caring about winning and loving the Razorback. This is about money.
Well,
just pure and simple. It's about money.
It's about money on top of recruiting base. Like, money's not going to change it all.
Well, I don't know.
Well, show me the first team.
Well, we're going to find out this year with Texas Tech. We're going to find out.
That's a case study.
We are about to find out.
Nobody was talking about money 6 years ago as it relates to
you're
college
right.
football. They
You're
were just
right.
talking about the coach wasn't good enough.
That's
it's always
right.
the coach isn't good enough.
Well,
there's
that's
other
still
issues.
what a lot of people say. It's always about the coach. But it's
money helps you not lose out because you don't have it. It doesn't necessarily help you overcome the top 10 programs
but you don't
in the
have
country.
a chance without it.
That's what I mean. You got to have it, but it doesn't overcome the recruiting issues that face every football program.
No, you're right.
If they're not in a major metropolitan recruiting
you're right.
area.
But
also, it's day one, and I don't think they're going to be a 4-win team.
Well, I don't either.
I mean, I think they're going to be pretty good on offense. I'm interested. They got guys in their secondary that they brought in the transfer portal that played in the SEC. They played in Power 4 conferences. I mean, can we, get through the first practice?
Clearly the answer is no.
Hopeless?
Clearly the answer is no.
God.
At least for Raj.
I need Tony Robbins to come in here next hour. Get some people to look in the mirror and love themselves a little bit. And dang it, people like me. Matt Foley speech. That's what we'll do.
Locker room speech.
Got to get the Matt Foley motivational speech. Hey, it's Friday. Get excited.
We got Booger
First day
in
of
here.
football practice. Booger McFarland's next.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
At the Stonebreaker Hotel, we believe in the art of gathering, whether over a thoughtfully prepared meal or a quiet moment on Markham Hill. Start your day with breakfast classics from the all-day menu, served from 7:30 to 1. Savor shareable bites from the bar and lounge menu until 10. And let the dinner menu from 5 to 9 bring familiar flavors with a fresh twist. And for a weekend well spent, how about brunch? Rooted in connection, designed for comfort. Learn more at stonebreakerhotel.com. Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Thank you all for your show. It's a great format in the morning. It's really nice to have knowledgeable people to wake up to and listen to. So thank you all.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
These people that talk about pressure's part of life, how many of you go to work every day and there's 11,000 people screaming at you while you're trying to fill out that form? I mean, give me a break. Go to work tomorrow and let's bring 11,000 people with you to scream at you and say, Doug, you're not any good. You're great Monday through Thursday, but on Friday, you're always terrible. I mean, let's see how you do that day. Come on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Holy smokes, it's August.
I know. Football practice has started. There was a game on last night.
They're about 40 minutes into their first practice on the University of Arkansas campus, and training camp's underway in the NFL, obviously. We had an exhibition game last night. You got practice happening all over the place. And Booger McFarland's here, ESPN, ABC college football analyst, one of the best, and a friend of ours. Love having him on. Boog, how was your summer? Are you ready for football?
Yeah, summer's good, man. I mean, I'm not going to rush it. It's almost over. Not quite over yet.
I'm with Booger.
Yeah.
I am.
I am glad football's here, but I am not quite ready for summer.
I'm not going to rush it. That's
to be
the
over
line.
with. Yeah, that is. But it's been an eventful summer. A lot of talking. What are you most interested in this landscape of college football as we head into another season?
Well, just to kind of see from the have and the have-nots. You know, last year a lot of schools boasted about how much money they spent and about how much the roster cost. And, you know, Ohio State finally wins the championship and Ryan Day gets that monkey off his back. You fast forward throughout the summer, you got the House settlement, you got the President of the United States chiming in about NIL, and then now we get to the 2025 season. And so it's kind of like who are going to be the have and who are going to be the have-nots. There's some coaches under fire, some coaches they got to win. You know, you think about Lincoln Riley, all the money that they spent at USC, he's got to win. You guys know up there in Arkansas, Sam Pittman, they brought Sam back. Sam's got to win. I think when you look around the country, there are several coaches that are in position that need to win. And then I think ultimately this comes down to quarterbacks in the game of football. You look at Arch Manning, what's happening with him. Down in Baton Rouge, Garrett Nussmeier, South Carolina, Lenore Sellers, Clemson, Cade Klubnik. There's a lot of guys, and even Oklahoma with John Mateer, there are a lot of guys that we think can be really, really good. Some we think are going to be generational, but we still have to go out and see it, right? Like we've heard so much about Arch Manning. We need to go see it. John Mateer, when he was at Washington State, we need to see can that translate to the SEC. Garrett Nussmeier, people think he could be a top pick. We need to see it. So there's a lot percolating right now throughout college football. But I think once we get to games in about a month, I think we're going to settle in, and then we'll get back to what we normally do, which is we wake up on Saturday morning, we watch College Game Day, and we get ready to settle in because it's the greatest game being played in our country right now because it's played by 17 to 21-year-olds, and you never know who's going to show up or how they're going to show up on any given Sunday or any given Saturday. And even though NIL and transfer portal is kind of dim the whole tradition thing based on, you know, where you come from and what school you're at. Once we get to Saturdays, man, it's still college football. It's still my school versus your school. I think that's why we love it so much.
Booger, you said something about haves and have-nots, and I want to circle back to that. We obviously focus on the SEC, Arkansas. There are a lot of have-nots in the SEC. I mean, there aren't many teams that have won the championship. For the fans of the have-nots, as you put it, not just in our conference but around the country, where do you find the hope in the modern climate today?
Well, I think you find the hope that ultimately football is a show-me game. So it doesn't matter how much you pay for something. That really doesn't matter once you get between the lines. You know, the greatest thing about football is you got to show up and do it. The game's not played on paper. The game's not played in an app. The game's not played on television. The game's not played by guys in suits like myself. The game is played between the white lines. You got to strap your chin strap up, put your mouthpiece in. You got to knock somebody in the mouth. And I think that's where you find solace at, as far as it really doesn't matter sometimes how much money you spend, because any given Saturday, you got to be able to show up and get it done. Like, you got to be able to show up and play, and you got to do it under pressure, right? Like, Michigan had no business beating Ohio State last year, but Michigan did it because they showed up and they played the game the way you should play it. And any given Saturday, as I said earlier, you never know how 17 to 21 years are going to show up. I mean, did I fail a test on Friday? Did my girlfriend break up with me on Thursday? What type of mindset am I going to go in? Like, you kind of understand that when you become an adult and play pro football. But college football, you have no clue whatsoever how these young men are going to show up and play. And so I would say, for those who think they're the have, and even for those who think they're the have-nots, man, it's really simple. Football is a show-me game. It is earned, not given. It is something that you have to go out and work at day in and day out. So put the work in, man. It doesn't matter what the paper says. Put the work in and show up. And when toe meets leather, let's see if my team is better than your team.
Booger McFarland, ESPN, ABC, college football analyst. When you look at Arkansas, they're not in the same, game sometimes as Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, that don't have the same recruiting base, but also have had success, here and there over the last 2 or 3 decades. What is, when you think of Arkansas, what do you think it takes to win here?
Well, I think you got to understand first and foremost who you are, man. Like identity and self-awareness to me is the number one key in life. Understand who you are, understand what you are, and understand how you can get it done. I think that's number one. When you look at the people that have had success, whether it be in a short period or a long time at Arkansas, they've always understood that. Houston Nutt, like, his name comes like embrace who you are. That's number one. Number two, like, you got to be able to get players. And there was a point in time where, Arkansas maybe couldn't recruit because of it was an uneven playing field, because the talent base in Arkansas is not as plentiful as in Texas or Louisiana, Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and so on and so on. But now with the transfer portal and guys want an opportunity to play, man, I think you got to be able to embrace that. Schools like Arkansas, schools maybe where you wouldn't normally be able to go into certain states and get guys, you can do that now. And so I think the number one thing you have to be able to create on your campus now is culture. In this NIL era and transfer portal era, you have to create culture where guys want to come play. It's not just about money. I think initially when this whole thing got started, everybody went, it's just going to be pay for play. And there was a period of time where that was the case. But I think in the last few years, people have realized there's money everywhere. Where can I get the opportunity to go and be a part of something special from a culture standpoint? And what I mean by culture is this. How do you feel when you show up to work every day? How am I treated? How do we go about our business? Am I getting better? Am I being challenged? Or am I just coming in and just kind of checking boxes? I think if you're Sam, and if Sam asked me the number one thing he needed to do at Arkansas, I would have told him years ago, create a culture of competitiveness, create a culture where guys want to come to work every day, create a culture where guys want to get in the building every day, and last but not least, create a culture of competition. Just compete. At the core of who we are competitors. We are guys that like to compete. I don't care where you are or how much money you make. We play this game for the competition. We play this game for the ability to be able to compete. And I think if you do that, eventually you'll be able to not only compete, but you'll be able to compete with some of the guys that maybe have more money, that maybe have more resources. And I think that's what schools who say, you know what, we can't afford the $25 million rosters. I think that's what they have to do.
Are there schools out there, and is Arkansas one of them, that are basically portal schools? Your recruiting base is not very good. You better be a good portal school if you're going to compete.
Yeah, of course. I think anytime you're a school and you're not in those 5, 6, 7 states where you can just walk down the street and pick players, yeah, I think you're going to wind up being a portal school. And that's okay. Like, to me, the portal, even the landscape. So there was a period like 10 years ago where if you weren't touching or part of Louisiana, Florida, Texas, Ohio, Pennsylvania, California, like you were in trouble because those players didn't want to leave those states. And if they did, they weren't going very far. But what the portal did was, okay, if I'm a kid and I'm a 5-star or I'm a 4-star that's a late developer, and am I going to go to Alabama and sit for 2 years and then play? Or am I going to go to Arkansas where I can play right now? Most kids want to play, man. Like, nobody wants to sit the bench. And so the portal really, I think, helped Arkansas. The portal helped Missouri. The portal helped, the portal helped schools where you normally couldn't just go in and say, hey, you're very talented. You don't have to wait. You can come play here. So for that reason, I love the portal. Now, I do hate the portal because, to me, the portal doesn't teach mental toughness. Because if you're a kid and let's just say you're not playing well right now, or the coach got on you, or the coach told you to go to class and you don't like it, you can just take your ball and run home. And to me, that doesn't promote what we want for our kids. Like, sometimes you need tough love. And I think the portal really eliminates for a coach to have tough love. I think that's one of the reasons why Saban got out. Like, Saban, his whole deal, man, he's been able to create diamonds, man, and he does it under pressure. He does it because, like, he knows I get you on campus. Like, he'll electric slide at the house and get you to sign that paper. But once you get to Alabama, like, we're going to work, and he's going to get on you. And some kids can handle it and some can't. And I think the portal really minimized for coaches like Nick, who have created so many great players, more importantly, so many great men. The portal kind of minimized those guys. And I think, even though that's not the only reason, I think that's one of the reasons why they got out.
Yeah. And we're in a weird landscape right now, obviously, with college football. I wonder, about just the competitiveness of, I don't know if competitive balance or parity or any of that is really the right way to say it. But, Booger, we've got the same group of college football teams competing for the national championship every year. And as the playoff becomes a bigger deal, what do we need to do as a sport to make other fan bases feel like they've got some sort of shot? You talked about the portal, and I thought that was really insightful. But I see these commissioners, and they're all just out here defending their own leagues. And if you happen to be in the SEC, I mean, how you cracking that top 4 or 5 or 6 to have a chance to be in the playoff? You look at other schedules and other leagues, and they're not as Indiana doesn't get in if they play in the SEC last year. Arkansas maybe wins 10 games if they've got Indiana's schedule last year. Where do you see us going in college football, if anywhere, to change any of that?
Well, I don't know if anything's going to be able to change it. I think what the commissioners are trying to do, if you look at what Sankey's done, what Tony Petitti's done, who's the commissioner of the Big Ten, is they're trying to come up with a model that can identify and acknowledge what you just said. So does the SEC get 4 teams in? Does the Big Ten get 4 teams in? Like, whatever model they come up with, I think is going to try to encompass the fact that the schedule in the SEC is the toughest in the country. I think it's going to try to encompass that. So if we go 4 automatic here, 4 there, if you're a top 4 team in the SEC, then you'll be able to make the playoff. I like that on one hand. On the other hand, I would say, what if some years the SEC has 5 teams? I don't know if I want to limit the number. And so I'm kind of torn going back and forth between how many teams I want to allow in. Not really sure yet. I would just say that I think Greg Sankey is the smartest person in college football. Doesn't mean he knows it all, but I think he has the right demeanor to be able to kind of understand the landscape, and he doesn't let the emotion get involved, right? Like, some people, well, my conference is better than yours. Well, okay, ACC, probably not. Like, let's back up a little bit. But I think Greg understands, hence, Bo, if you think about it, like, the biggest issue now is not only the playoff format, but the 8 or 9 game schedule. Like, if you're the SEC, why do you want to add another conference game?
Right.
It's already the toughest conference in the country, and everybody's playing one Power 4 opponent already, so you really got 8, 9. You really got, out of your 12 games, you got 9 Power 4 people already, 8 of them in the SEC. I'm not in favor of adding a 9th conference game. For what? Like, all you're going to do is make your conference schedule a lot tougher. So I think Greg has the right idea. Whether or not it gets done, we'll see.
Hey, we'll get you out of here with this. Who are the top 3 or 4 teams in college football in your mind? And I know predictions can make fools of all of us, but who do you think are legit contenders this year?
Well, I think Notre Dame's going to be really good. I think what they have with Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price at running back, I think it's going to be something that you can count on. Their offensive line is really strong. I just love Marcus Freeman, man. Like he is he's the new young coach that everybody. If you think about what Kirby was like 10 years ago, that's what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's that new young defensive guy that gets it, that everybody wants to play for. So I would say Notre Dame. I would say Penn State. They got a veteran team coming back. The biggest question is, can James Franklin get out of the way, because he screwed it up a couple times, you know? I don't know. We'll see. But from a talent standpoint, they got everything you can ask for. They got a really good defense. They got a veteran quarterback. They got 2 running backs that are right there with Notre Dame. Texas, they're talented. They're going to be young. Nobody knows what Arch Manning is going to be able to do. We think we know, but you just don't know until you get out there and face that gauntlet, man. And then I think those are 3 teams that I would say you can count on. Now, we all assume what Alabama's going to be. We assume what LSU is going to be. We assume what South Carolina is going to be. We assume maybe what Arizona State's going to be based on what happened. But, like, I don't really know. I can give you a scenario where all those teams I named are 7-5, and that's really not good. But I think when you look at the schedule, when you look at the talent, I think you look at Notre Dame. I think you look at Penn State. Like, those are a couple of teams you can really count on, man. And then, as always, we'll wind up seeing once toe meets leather, man. And that's the greatest thing about our sport, Bo. That's the thing that, like, we all love. Like, in about 30 days, on August the 30th, we're going to turn our television on, and it's going to be one of the greatest days of college football of the year.
It's so true.
It's going to be Ohio State and Texas. It's going to be Alabama at Florida State. It's going to be LSU at Clemson. And I think we're going to learn, even though it won't be the end-all, be-all, we're going to learn a lot that day about who's who and who's what.
Yeah. I mean, I get excited thinking about it. It's going to be fun. By the way, we talk about the SEC and the toughest schedule, and I agree 100%. But the Big Ten has won the last 2 national championships, and you just named 2 other teams that have a legit shot that are not in the SEC to win the national title again this year. Could the SEC go 3 years in a row without winning one?
Yeah, they could, because okay, think about this. So, if who's the dominant team in the SEC this year? Like, there really isn't. Like, on paper, if you say Texas is the most talented, but they got a first-time starter quarterback. If you say Georgia is talented, they got a guy who nobody really believes in at quarterback. LSU, you say they got a veteran quarterback, but how's the defense going to be? They couldn't play defense last year. If you look at Alabama, they're breaking in a new quarterback. South Carolina's got a quarterback back, but can they do it week in and week out consistently on that level? Like, if you think about what's in the SEC and you think about the teams that are the most talented teams, they all have a flaw. And what does that mean? Typically, that means you're not going to be able to go through this schedule like you want to. So I think Vegas is over-under on win total. Nobody in the SEC has a win total above 9.5, I think, or 10 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So that tells you how much, quote-unquote, parity there is at the top. And I just think the Big Ten schedule is a lot easier. Like Oregon, if you told me right now Oregon had 10 wins, Penn State had 10 wins, Ohio State had 10 wins. Like, those 3 teams are going to be in the playoff. And so the opportunity to win a championship is going to be there. I just don't know how the SEC is going to shake out as far as what teams are going to be able to, A, be consistent, and B, be able to mask some of their flaws. Because I think a lot of teams have flaws. Like there's no dominant team right now in this conference. There's a lot of teams we think are going to be good, but we really don't know until toe meets leather.
Interesting stuff. That's a good look at it. Booger, thanks for making time for us, man. Really appreciate it. Enjoy what's left of summer, and we'll catch up down the road.
Anytime, Bo. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Booger McFarland, great stuff. ABC, ESPN, college football analyst. We got to hit a break. We'll come back and talk about it next. If you need an emergency contact, just write the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll be your emergency contact.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Buying or selling a home is a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
That's special.
My goals is to take Chuck out and make him uncomfortable in a public setting.
Have it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security Bank is the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show, always helping you bank better, more convenient locations throughout Arkansas, helping Arkansas people, friendly professionals, whatever your banking needs may be, and they're always up for a Razorback conversation. They love the Razorbacks.
I'll bet that happens a lot this month.
Yeah. I mean, it happened to me yesterday. Is it happening more and more now?
Yes.
Hey, what do you think about
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
People are coming back from vacation, getting ready to go back to school.
Now, my favorite question is, now give me your honest opinion.
What do you really think?
What do you really
Not
think?
what you say on the radio.
Yeah, no. What do you honestly think?
What do you really think?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I say
So
what I
do you-
think on the radio.
What do you think, Chuck?
Well, as I've said, there are certain games you got to win. I mean, if you're going to have a good schedule. No, that is a tough one. Because someone will, like, approach you, and this happens to you. You're, like, in the grocery store, and it's like, well, I don't really have 20 minutes. But so I'm going to try to give you the synopsis. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, you feel like you got to give more than a record.
I know, and that's expected.
So you got to put it in those three
Yeah.
pods that you've boiled the season down to.
Yeah.
That's the way I just go with your stuff.
Yeah.
Like hey, in those first 5 games,
Yeah.
Arkansas really needs to be
you
3-2.
really- yeah, you need to
at
be
least
3
3 and 2. And then in the next 4 games, they really need to win 2 or 3 of those.
You got 3 of them at home.
And in that last 3, you just got to win one of those,
Yeah.
maybe, and you can get somewhere. I mean, that's when our buddy Roger called earlier and was talking about this unacceptable nature of 6 games and a bowl being the goal. I'm just like, what does he want all these other teams to be?
I do got to say one thing, though, coming out of Booger's conversation, which I thought was great. The 9 games, people talk about self-interest, and everybody's just looking out for themselves. There is not a bigger example of that than the SEC saying we're not going to 9 games. Fans want that. Fans want it. Fans want a 9th conference game.
Why?
It's not a matter because it's entertainment. We want to be entertained. And I personally, every fan that I talk to, around the conference, hey, how about another week of SEC games? Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, that'd be great. I think fans want it, and I do think
They don't want the boring Alabama A&M game.
Yeah. I think I think it's what fans want.
If that's what you want, Arkansas, you got it this year. I mean, there's one boring game on the schedule, one, and it's the opener in terms of an opponent.
Right. Arkansas State's is, are they still in the Sun Belt? All right, they're in. I just stopped myself there. But they are Arkansas State, so therefore it's a marquee game. But I just
well, it's not, but it
is within the borders of our state.
Yeah, it's got a little bit
It's
more
our
to
own
it.
little party.
It's
It's
got
our
more
own
to it
little
than
party.
Utah State.
It's again, you find out. You think those games aren't important. Well, lose one, and you'll find out how important they are. And so, I mean, it's got some marquee to it because of the fact it's an in-state game. But I think fans want the best games. That's what I think. And once we get past our own team, which most people are able to do, I just think they want to be entertained.
How do we know? We've had one analyst on that I feel like knows the portal or knows the players that Arkansas got in the portal. I don't feel like there's a lot of college football analysts out there who really know the portal, because a lot of these players either came from starting at a smaller school or not getting enough playing time at a bigger school. And that's why they come to Arkansas in a lot of cases or go somewhere else. So what do you really know about how good they are? And how do you evaluate before seeing them play what you got? So I say that to go here. Do we have any idea how well Arkansas did in the portal?
No.
Other than Emory Hunt Jr. saying that people are criminally sleeping on the defensive line. I have not heard anybody else say that about Arkansas's defensive line, nor could they. How would they know? But he really thinks they're going to be good on the defensive line. Same guy that came on and told us what all the scouts have said about Taylon Green and him potentially being the class of the quarterbacks when it comes to next year's draft out of the SEC. Nobody else is saying that. Hardly anybody's saying any of that stuff. So we really don't know, and this is why I get a little annoyed about the negativity, because that's carryover from the past. That's just all carryover and frustration and feelings of not getting what we want in seasons gone by. And we have this mentality here that it's going to happen again, and it very well may not be what you hope for again. But also, has there ever been a year where we had more unknowns? Unknowns not necessarily bad, but we don't know how good they're going to be, these guys that came in, or not good. Like, we don't know.
Well, neither do we know, because as Booger was saying a minute ago, you're talking about kids. We don't know the progression that a guy that's been here is going to make, or the lack of progression on somebody that's been here. We tend to focus on what we don't know, but there are some things we do know. And, Emory Hunt was talking about the defensive line the other day. Well, here's why. Because they've got some good players coming back. Quincy Rhodes. Collins was one of the most sought-after players in our state. The other defensive end. Salih's lost 50 pounds. Ian Jeffrard's back in the middle. They do have a couple of transfers in on the edge. But sometimes we focus so much on what we don't know about the new guys, we forget what we do know about some of the guys coming back.
Cam Ball.
I happen to think that, and I'm just going to talk about the defensive line here a minute. I don't know if he's right or not, but I know that the success or failure of that group, based on what I see, is going to have more to do with the progression or lack thereof of the guys coming back. So, I mean, there is a mix there, but to the point of, like, the offensive guys, particularly, I think about somebody like Cam Shanks or guys like that. The Sharp kid may end up being the best. He may end up being the leading receiver of all
freshman,
of them.
Antonio Jordan.
He's 6'4". He's got the size. That's for sure. So there are some unknowns out there, but there are also some known quantities too.
Bart's in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. He's got his hand up. We go to him now on the Zoom. You have the meeting, friend.
Yeah. Just looking at what Phil Steele has to say about Arkansas's defense in his magazine. Obviously we have him on the show.
You hold that thing like a small child. You hold that magazine like
it's a lot.
There's not even a frayed edge. It's been here a month. It's in pristine condition.
I mean, like, it's as if you're babysitting it.
Well, I mean,
and the parents are coming home, and you've taken great care of it. When Phil sees that magazine and how well you've taken care of it, he's going to give you another one next year. Go ahead.
So he says about Arkansas's defense, this year 6 stars are back and they loaded up on transfers. This should be an improved defense as they can play more man this year, and mentions that in terms of high school recruiting rankings, like Phil Steele's high school recruiting rankings, they have in their individual classes, I'm assuming, the number 5, number 15, and number 18 cornerbacks in the country out of high school in their respective classes.
Wherever they initially signed.
Right. Yeah. And that'll help improve the defense.
Arkansas, Arkansas's got a good linebacker core, too. I mean, they've got a good linebacker core. I mean, we can talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. We got to hit a break. 877-377-6963 if you want to jump in here as well. I'm ready to just sit back and have a flight by Yingling and watch the season unfold. I think there's going to be a lot of surprises this year, not just at Arkansas, but I think could be throughout the league.
That's what makes it great.
It's what, as he said, toe to leather. Flight by Yingling's 95 calories. Tastes like a Yingling, but it's the next generation of light beer. A premium refreshment brewed from America's oldest brewery. Ask about a Flight by Yingling the next time you stop by your favorite place today. Go to Walk-Ons. They've got it on tap.
They're all crazy. Yeah. And I don't mean that in a critical way. We got issues in this room. I'm going to be truthful about that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
unbeknownst to any of us how, got his iPad working to watch the British Open on his own.
I play the role of dumb blonde sometimes, but the reality is I am very skilled when it comes to the iPad.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, we've heard from Roger. Roger, who opened the program.
Texted in.
Opened the program, has been listening evidently for the last 90 minutes and has texted in the truth hurts.
I don't know what Roger's talking about because my win total's gone up 3 or 4 since the show started today. I don't know where I started, but it's gone up 3 or 4 wins since the show started. Bart's been in Phil Steele's magazine. Booger's been on. We've heard from Emery Hunt Jr. from a few days ago. I mean, like, this team gets better every day. Listen, they've been getting better for about an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah. They've been getting better. They started at 6:20 this morning.
They've been practicing. Practice.
They're getting better. Who's excited?
Well, here's the thing. We were talking about the linebackers going into the break, and I realize it's kind of mundane.
Why?
Actually talking about the players.
Oh, yeah. Let's not get in the weeds.
My point is that, we're going to be terrible, or we're going to be great, or they need to fire everyone. Hey, how about naming me 6 players on the defensive side of the ball? I mean, couldn't do it.
I mean, what do you really know?
Campbell.
They're eating the pets.
You don't know. You have no idea. By the way, speaking of that, eating the pets.
This is an interesting segue.
Yeah. We are eating our own. Can we just calm down? Like
we've always kind of done that. We've always kind of done that.
Like these guys, all of those guys decided to come here and play.
There was an assistant.
For you.
Look, there was an assistant coach on Petrino's staff years ago. We were at a Razorback Club meeting, and we were just talking, he and I, and he was asking kind of about the history, and I was kind of going through some stuff, and he turned to me and goes, "Man, you guys eat your own, don't you?" And I go, "Well, yeah."
Yeah, and we have pork in the press box before the game. We eat the mascot.
But everyone does. I mean, we're not unique in that respect.
We got a short segment. Back in a minute. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
In this room have opinions. Facts are secondary to a good argument.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Is Tua Tagovailoa at the White House?
No, he was not there. Triple H was.
Well, he was there in spirit, apparently.
Yeah, Trump was talking about
they
him.
They were talking about
it. Saw him yesterday.
And Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, no.
And Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback.
Well,
that sounds like what probably Tua said when he was in concussion protocol.
Yeah. What's your last name? What's your last name, Tua?
And Tua Tagovailoa.
Like, you can't go back in the game. What position do you play?
Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback.
That's awesome.
Do you think he added the quarterback at the end because he knew he butchered the name so badly?
He went on to talk about how he'd been injured and that if he could just stay healthy.
Rod is on I-40. Rod, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Morning. He'll never stay healthy. It'll never happen.
Yeah, he's too little.
I hope
too
he
little.
does. I hope he does.
I like him, but he's too small.
I root for his health.
Open your freaking eyes.
Okay.
Open them.
Sorry, man.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was going around a blind corner here in Fort Smith, and this woman just pulled right up into me.
Oh, you're talking to the other driver.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
That was some impressive restraint with your language in the moment.
I've been known to let a colorful metaphor fly once in a while.
I kind of
they
sense
take
that.
25-question tests, and they can miss 5 of them. I'll keep wondering which one of the 5 they missed on their test. You know what I'm saying? They still pass. Yeah, sorry.
Rod drives a truck every day, for those of you that may not know. And so he's out there fighting the good fight on a regular basis.
Well, if you like controlled insanity, it's kind of what my job is. Hey, the way they're talking, just go ahead and hand us a national trophy now. We can get the game over. Season over with.
Let's go.
It's a formality since we're so good.
Let's go.
We don't need to play no stinking games. Well, I'm glad you guys had Booger on. I love that guy. He's so objective. He's not subjective. He didn't let his emotions control who he picks. It's not like Feinbaum or somebody like that, right?
Well,
so
Feinbaum's playing to a crowd. Booger's telling you what he really thinks.
Does Booger still sit in that chair, that automated chair that goes up and down the sidelines? Remember when
he
they did that?
Monday Night Football.
Yeah, Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
We should have asked him about that.
That was big. Oh, that was he's sitting in that chair.
They've tried so many things on Monday Night Football.
I know.
They just can't get it. They can't get it to where they once was.
If he says somebody's winning, I'm putting my money on what he says.
Well, man, he loves Notre Dame.
He likes that Marcus.
Yeah, about that. I mean, Notre Dame, that didn't really bode well for us, does it?
It didn't
on our game.
Didn't sound great for my upset.
Yeah, I don't really have a dog in the fight except for the University of Arkansas, and I shall be restrained in my comments about our university. Hopefully it'll work out. I'm thinking 7-5 maybe, if we're really lucky, and maybe a bowl win, get the 8 win. But, Notre Dame, that's a tough ask, isn't it?
It is.
So,
I mean, there's a lot of games on the schedule that are a tough ask. I liked what he said, though, in terms of, if you're looking at it from an Arkansas perspective, that even the best teams in the SEC have some questions. And a lot of them are quarterback, which we'll see how it plays out. But depending on how Arkansas plays in a particular game, and they usually upset someone, there's going to be some opportunities for that. I think the real question on the success of their season will be, can they handle business in a consistent way, play at a consistent level against teams they actually have a chance to be on the field with or to be favored against? At Memphis, for example, Auburn and Fayetteville, Mississippi State, Missouri at the end of the year. Who knows where both of those teams will be by then? But some of the issues that I think have frustrated fans is you go have a big win, but you don't play consistent against a team like Oklahoma State where you had them dead to rights.
Well, sometimes, too, you play a team, and Notre Dame's being brought up a lot. I mean, Notre Dame's been brought up from the time it was announced on the schedule. And they played USC here years ago, and it's like, well, if you can't hang with those guys, you're not any good. And I don't know that – I mean, the worth of the season, you just said it, is going to be determined by do you beat the teams you're supposed to beat? That's what determines whether a coach gets fired.
Yeah.
Do you beat the teams you're supposed to beat?
Nelson and Harrison, good morning.
Good morning, guys. It's August the 1st. Football camp started. Hey, all the tangibles are there. The fall is in the air. I mean, we're ready to go. I want to go back to Mr. Roger. Roger, I've been there, son. Let me tell you, whenever we hired Mike Anderson, I loved Mike Anderson, but I knew he wasn't the right coach. And I went on a little tangent. Maybe a little tangent, right, Bo?
I remember.
And there's one thing about Roger. He ain't lost his passion for the Razorback. He's just in a mental funk right now.
Nah, he texted. He revealed himself. He texted and said, "Go Red Wolves." He revealed himself at the end.
He's an Indian fan. Red Wolf fan.
We got to hit a break, Nelson. But I do appreciate you trying to empathize with him, seeing as you've been there before.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnumcosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Did Taylon Green consult you about how to ask his then girlfriend to be his fiance?
Well, it probably would have been a lot cheaper. I asked Jamie to marry me in the pickup truck, and it didn't take too long. Hell, I was pretty sure she was going to say yes, but wasn't 100% positive. She kept it simple. She was going to say yes or no. I mean, hell, it's just a question, but I know it,
Yeah, it's just a question.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
And they're practicing. They started at 6:20 this morning. The Razorbacks got fall camp underway. It's happening all over the country.
Actually feels a little like fall this morning, too.
August 1st.
I know.
It is a little cooler.
71 degrees
slightly cooler.
outside in Fayetteville.
Beautiful.
71.
We're gonna do we'll do the back half of this hour in the parking lot if it continues. Let's talk more college football. Connor O'Gara, who's great covering college football, joining us from Saturday Down South. Connor, thanks for making time for us. Good morning.
Gentlemen, good to be here. Good to be here in a football month. Once that calendar flips to August, I'm in mid-season form, so ready to roll.
Tell us what you're most looking forward to about the season. I know it's a broad question, but maybe a couple of things that you're pretty excited about.
More conversations about revenue sharing. No.
What do you think about the portal, Connor?
Let's listen to the commissioners some more. Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Get me as far away from that as humanly possible. No, I think it's maybe the most intriguing year of SEC quarterbacks that I can remember. Just top to bottom, the guys that we're talking about, the intrigue that is loaded at the top. And everybody's going to be talking about Arch Manning, understandably so. Can't wait to see what it actually looks like. It feels like we've been waiting for his first full season as a starter forever. But also DJ Lagway, which earlier this week we find out that he's in a boot to start off training camp. And what's he going to be like? Is he going to be the player that we saw down the stretch? Is he going to be able to take that year two jump? A lot of questions about his health after he couldn't participate in spring drills because of the throwing, because of the shoulder issue that limited his throwing. What's it going to be with Lenora Sellers? I mean, Lenora Sellers turned into, as Shane Beamer said, the best player in college football down the stretch last year. But is he going to be able to take another step and be this first-round quarterback? I just think that the SEC is loaded with intrigue at the most important position. Doesn't mean that it's going to be the best it's ever been, but I am here for that, and that's probably the thing I'm looking forward to most.
Because of the quarterback situation in our league, is this the year for a dark horse? I mean, you mentioned South Carolina. Is this the year maybe the top gets turned upside down?
It does kind of feel like that could be in play simply because it doesn't feel like there's that absolute juggernaut at the top. When Texas was picked to win the SEC, it was the first time since 2015 that a team not named Alabama or Georgia was picked to win the conference. Now, if you recall 2015, earmuff it, Auburn fans, it didn't work out very well. A certain Jeremy Johnson situation played out, and turns out picking Auburn to win the SEC was a very foolish endeavor, and Alabama did Alabama things that year. But the way that it sets up this year with not having those clear national title favorites, I think is really favorable for the rest of the SEC, who, look, even teams like Arkansas feel like they've got an answer at quarterback. And if you've got an answer at quarterback, it can totally change how your team is viewed. Nobody would have been telling you at this time last year that South Carolina might have a legitimate playoff argument down the stretch, and then Lenora Sellers became what he became, and we ultimately were having those conversations. So I do think it's going to be fascinating. There are so many teams, like in Oklahoma, where what does this look like with John Mateer coming over with Ben Arbuckle, and is he going to be able to allow Oklahoma to take that next step in year two in the SEC and save Brent Venable's job? I mean, those are the questions that I think we're asking, where 5 through 11 in the conference feels very much like it's all over the place. And because teams at the back end of that have a quarterback, maybe this could be the year in which we see those teams have November playoff relevance.
I think that's exactly right.
Arkansas' schedule's murder. I mean, everyone has it as a top 3 toughest schedule, it seems, in the country. I look at Taylor Green and Petrino coming back and the receivers they brought in and retooling the offensive line and the running back they got from New Mexico State, and I'm like, they actually might be pretty good on offense. They got a bunch of transfer guys on defense. They got some returning guys on defense that are pretty good. And any other year, I mean, the ESPN Football Power Index, which nobody can really explain what it is, but they had them at like number 21 or 22 in the country. But it doesn't mean you're going to have a good record. What do you see with Arkansas this year?
I see a team that has so much turnover and in such a difficult schedule to deal with that turnover that it's impossible to ignore it. Having 41 guys transfer out is just not what you expect when you have your head coach and your two top assistants still there. It's bizarre. I mean, it truly is. And I don't know if there's a situation like this in college football. And you almost have to treat it like a year one roster, but at the same time, because you have that stability and you also have your returning starting quarterback, you kind of feel like, all right, well, those are really favorable things to have in place. And maybe that could be what allows Arkansas to navigate the first part of this schedule, which I would argue is more tricky than a gauntlet. And I do think that they're in a really tough spot. And the issue that Arkansas fans have had the last few years is that they don't feel like the ceiling is where they would like it to be. Now, you beat a team like Tennessee last year, who I think Tennessee was a really, really solid team. Did it totally change the national perception of Sam Pittman in the way that the Texas win did back in 21? No. But can you have more of those moments this year where it feels like you can beat any team in the country? The schedule is certainly going to allow for it. Taylor Green is certainly a unique guy to prepare for at 6'6", and if he can cut down on the turnovers. But I do think that there is definitely still that kind of but about this Arkansas team, even if you sell yourself on the positive pieces. Yeah,
makes sense. And also, I think not only Arkansas, but the portal makes it, I think, harder to predict what the season's going to. It's always hard to predict. But how much does that change how you look at things, just the portal in general, in terms of predicting outcomes for the year?
Oh, I mean, it's darn near impossible. Like, I'll give you the perfect example to show you the spectrum of the portal and how unpredictable it is. So last year at this time, I'm saying, guys, look, Florida State's going to win the ACC again. Mike Norvell, I mean, he was getting Jared Verse out of Albany for crying out loud. Like, he's going to get guys in the portal. Don't worry about what it's going to look like. And then 2-10 happens. I'm an Indiana grad, so I was not exactly thinking that Kurt Cignetti in year one was going to be able to bring over players from James Madison and all of a sudden turn Indiana into one of the top stories in college football and ultimately a team that makes the college football playoff, albeit with a very favorable schedule. So those are the range of outcomes that feel like, man, I can't really put a pulse on that. I can sit here and say, I like this guy on paper, I like that guy on paper, I feel like they address this key area of need. But until we actually see it play out, man, I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's really tough to gauge when you have things that are like percentage of returning production, the great stat that Bill Connolly puts together each and every year that I lean heavily on, that kind of gives us an indication, hey, should this team be better or should this team be worse? And that's the thing that I tend to lean on even more so than returning starters, because really what even is a returning starter in this day and age in college football, and a program like Arkansas is certainly no exception.
Connor, I think about, you mentioned Indiana and Florida State, and Arkansas is a school, obviously, that's brought in a lot of portal kids. Is there the potential for the wild swing from year to year, like what Florida State experienced? Like, Indiana had a great year last year, but you don't know what it's going to be like this year. I just wonder, some of these schools that, now fall into that category of portal schools, if it's going to be more unpredictable than ever, and if we're going to see that at times play out on the field.
Yeah, I think to a lesser degree, Mizzou is kind of a good example of that. And maybe a lot of people would tend to say, oh, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. If you kind of look at, who was responsible for what they became. Luther Burden III was a big-time recruit for them, and having him as a homegrown guy, and Brady Cook, those guys were developed by Eli Drinkwitz. But they're kind of a team that relied heavily on the portal, that had this switch where you felt like you knew the ceiling for Mizzou and what it was. And, you could go back to like 22 and go back to, when Traylon Burks has his regular season finale and he plays that last game for Arkansas and he's just dominating that Mizzou team. You feel like, all right, we have a pretty good idea what Mizzou is going to be with Eli Drinkwitz. Just expect mediocrity. then they kind of hit on some key areas in the portal, some key spots on defense, and all of a sudden you look up and like, man, they're 21-5 over the course of the last 2 years, and that's to me the intriguing thing about the portal is that there could be a team that, look, they're not going to be recruiting top 10, top 15 classes, but they kind of hit on some of those right spots, and they make some of the right hires at coordinator, which Eli Drinkwitz absolutely deserves credit for doing just that. And all of a sudden, you could be in the mix. That's the positive of this day and age, and maybe that's the hope that Arkansas has to hold on to.
Hey, you mentioned Florida State. That Alabama-Florida State opener, what are we expecting from Florida State? Gus Malzahn's the OC there now. We certainly know him well here in Arkansas. What do you think the Noles are going to be like? I can't believe they only won 2 games last year.
To regress by 11 games is darn near impossible. I mean, it really is. That is an unbelievable feat. I'm not saying that Florida State should hang a banner, but I'd say that it's a little bit more noteworthy than some of the things they've done in years past, man. It truly blows me away. Florida State's maybe the weirdest program in the country, and if you want to really find the weirdness of Florida State, go back to the do something era of Florida State, the very infamous do something era, and I'll leave it at that. The internet has the receipts. But I think that Thomas Castellanos coming out and saying that he doesn't think a post-Nick Saban Alabama can stop him is one of the more ridiculous things I've ever heard going into a season opener. You just don't call out Alabama when you don't really have the full context of knowing, like, well, last year they actually had their best scoring defense since 2017. They return a ton of production on that side of the ball. And, oh, by the way, you're the guy that got benched at Boston College. And now you mean to tell me that because you and Gus Malzahn reunited from, your days at UCF down here in my neck of the woods in Orlando, and you all of a sudden think that you're going to take the college football world by storm? I don't know. I think Thomas Castellanos is closer to Scrappy Doo than he is Diego Pavia, but he's going to talk that talk if he wants to. I think Alabama wins that game, even though it is tricky, and everybody's going to be pointing to Kalen DeBoer's struggles in these very winnable games against unranked teams. But yeah, I just don't like the talking. I don't really like the vision of Mike Norvell bringing in Gus Malzahn as his offensive savior. I think Alabama's able to roll in Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's going to be it'll be interesting to see what happens with Alabama to me this year.
Alabama and Georgia both,
yeah,
given their quarterback situation.
Yeah, and even Texas with Arch. You expect them to be good. You expect Arch to be good, but it's the first year he's going to start, and they do have some young guys. Connor, good stuff, man.
Thank you,
Hope we
Connor.
can do it again soon. This was great. Really appreciate your time. There's a million other things we could cover. We're just getting started.
Love it, gentlemen. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man. Connor O'Gara, Saturday Down South. That I remember when that site started, and guys like him just done a great job. There's not.
What a great name for a site, too. Saturday Down South. That's a great
There's
name.
not a ton of places you go for, at least I go for college football stuff. That's one of them, and it's good. We'll get back to some calls coming up. If you want to get in here, it's 877-377-6963. Hey, if you need to get a roof done, Teamwork Roofing and Construction is not only the place to go because of the quality of work, but it's the people there that make it happen. I mean, they'll use over 20,000 nails on a site. And their goal, like their mantra, is not to leave one behind. That's the kind of job you're going to get from start to finish when you go with Teamwork Roofing and Construction. You can count on these people to talk to you, to communicate with you, to pivot if necessary, but to do what they say they're going to do. And then when they leave, you got a beautiful roof that you don't have to worry about, that's done by certified workers and with certified materials, and a clean job site to go with it. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Check out their Facebook page. You can look at videos and pictures there of the work they've done. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. It's built on quality and powered by teamwork. We're a little bit over our head here, but we're doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I think it's an outstanding schedule. With that, everybody, that gives the University of Arkansas one hell of an opportunity. And we've got a good football team, too. They have to play Arkansas, too, now.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
2 hours into practice.
Yeah.
You want to listen in?
Yeah, let's
Over
do
there,
it.
we got a microphone at practice. Can smell the rubber pellets.
You can almost smell the locker room, can't you?
You can. Oh, there's a whistle.
Oh, no. Hell no.
Practice is underway. All right. That's
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
that's good sound.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good sound.
That's good. That is not real. For those of you that
It was real sound.
Well, it is
just
real.
wasn't actually from practice. But
Well,
it
it
was
is
real
from
sound.
practice.
But it's not
But
today's
it's not
practice.
live.
It's not live.
It's not live, and we're not over there right now.
And it's not from Arkansas.
We should have been. We should have been over there today. I mean, I thought we had a great idea. We could have totally been over there today and done the show.
Well, Jackson. Here was the deal.
Yeah.
Jackson was going to San Francisco, going to the
He's jet
Grateful
setting.
Dead concert. Yeah. By the way,
Going on his 5th vacation.
This
of the
is the
summer.
late Jerry Garcia's birthday, and there's a Deadhead deal in San Francisco tonight, and our boy's going to be there.
It's a big time.
He has no idea what he's going. He has no clue.
I think he kind of does. Apparently his dad.
His parents
is
are
a
deadheads,
His
evidently.
dad, yeah.
And so he thinks he understands.
Yeah, he's living the life.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know what I did last night?
What?
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
What you said, I said,
Right.
what?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you.
What did you do last
I
night,
went
Bo?
I went to Fayetteville High School and took cheer pictures.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big night.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like, were you cheering, or were you took pictures of the?
No, I took pictures with my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do the
Were
do
you
you know your
cheering?
daughter's cheer? Like some dads, like they have the routines memorized. Do you do it in the stands as well? Do you do the cheers?
She is part of that, but she's a competitive cheerleader, a competitive cheer athlete, a tumbler.
I got you.
Like the full tuck. You know what that is?
Not really.
Well, let me show you.
Please, would you demonstrate?
I can't.
I'm just asking, do you know the moves, is what I'm saying. Do you know the moves?
I mean, yes and no. I can, if
You know
somebody-
what's coming.
If somebody falls, I'm like, ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, well, that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. But, I was down there pictures and snow cones last night.
Well, it sounds
a snow cone.
But, the band's getting ready. You could still smell practice in the air. That foul smell of sweaty kids.
Yeah, nothing like it.
Sweaty young men.
Nothing like it.
You know how they always say nothing like a celebrated locker room? Boy, there's nothing like a locker room smell.
Yeah. Nothing like a stinky locker
We
room.
cut Nelson off earlier. We had to.
more
We
to
were out of
say.
time.
He had more to
And He's
say.
back, and he's earned it. So, Nelson, fire away.
Hey, guys, thanks for letting me back on. And this is what I want to say. I wasn't being empathetic with Roger. I'm saying that Hunter Yurchek and Sam Pittman is not the problem. You can't go back to the past and all of a sudden your glory is restored. This is sports. This is real life. This ain't, well, I wish. You got a magic genie or whatever. No. You got to live the games. You got to live the season. Hunter Yurchek, whenever he came into the University of Arkansas, what did he do? He could have dealt with mediocrity, lived with mediocrity. No, he decided our basketball program was not at the level that Razorback fans wanted or needed it to be at. So he made a very hard choice, let Mike Anderson go. He went out, he listened to all these fans. Oh, we can get this guy, we can get that guy, we can get this guy, we can get that guy. We ended up with Eric Musselman because all the fans knew we could get Bill Self, all these other coaches. So if you're a fan and you're all on this train of, well, let's fire this guy, this guy can't do his job right, don't come at me with that, ever. Because you guys apparently aren't very good at picking coaches or deciding how we get coaches. Because we can't get anybody we want here at the University of Arkansas. I mean, if it was that simple, we'd have them. Hunter Yurchek tried. He went through the wish list. Now, let's get to Pittman, guys, all right? Everybody's like, oh, he can't do it. He's just a coach that you know what, let's get rid of Pittman. Pittman come in, the portal. He got Drew Sanders, John Ridgway, Felipe Franks, Andrew Armstrong, Isaac Tesla. Nobody else knew who those guys were. They couldn't even make the team sometimes, or they would have said, those guys can't play. But this guy knows what he's doing. There's a process. Trust the process. Thanks for letting me back on, guys. Go Hogs. Wow. And if you're not a Hog fan, and if you can't understand where Arkansas is at, go be for Missouri or whoever else university you want. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm inspired. Can he do the show on maybe Fridays?
Yeah. Monday after a loss.
Let's turn Nelson loose. That's the passion. Roger lacked the passion. Kenny Dillingham is online too, and he wants Nelson to speak to his team before practice.
That's funny.
He's like, "Can you just bring this guy in?"
Don't be mad going 5-7. It's okay. Don't be mad going 6-6. Don't be mad going 3-9 because somebody has to go those records. There's going to be tons of teams who do it. Why not us? We didn't practice bad. What I mean by that is, like, we didn't bust. We didn't MA. We threw one pick. Like, we didn't practice bad. We didn't practice with passion. We didn't care if we scored a touchdown. We didn't care if there was an interception, right? We didn't care if somebody made a great play for most of practice. We were just out here practicing. And to me, the best teams, it matters all the time. You want to win everything. And today we didn't have that mindset. We didn't want to win. We wanted to practice. And those are two different mindsets to me. Good practice of complacency. It was a good practice for a bad team.
That's it. Nelson has the passion he wants. Cecil in Fort Smith.
Hey, good morning, fellas. Bo, I definitely agree to you about we don't know actually the outcome of who's going to be this and who's going to be that. It's like Oklahoma State was ranked way up there and lost all the games, and we kicked their butt, but then we lose at the end. So you really don't know probably, this is my perspective of it. The third game, maybe you can kind of see, maybe the third or fourth game, you can really see what's going on after that. And Chuck, my grandson want to say hi. He's looking at you on the screen over here. And
what's your grandson's name? What's his name?
His name is Mattel. And his dad is 6'9", and Mattel is balling. So
all right.
Look out for Mattel Shavity. That's his name.
All right, I'll remember that.
See you, Chuck. Here you go, Chuck.
All right, here we go.
Say it again.
Hi, Chuck.
Hey, man, how's it going? I appreciate you listening every day. Thank you.
He actually listens every day with me.
Well, I appreciate that. Keep your granddad in line.
Yeah, he will. He's a great kid.
Hey,
great kid.
It's great pastime.
But anyway,
for
I'm going to
family.
hang up, guys, and continue to listen. I just wanted to share that with y'all.
Thank you, Cecil.
The family that listens to the Chuck and Bo show
stays together.
The family that listens to the Chuck and Bo show together.
Chuck and Bo show together stays together.
Good tries.
we got to work. We got to work on.
Well, Chuck said it off the cuff, like
Chuck and Bo listen show.
Bo messed it up.
They're together.
The family that listens to the Chuck and Bo show together stays together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Brent and Cersei, good morning.
Good morning, Chuck and Bo.
Hey, Brent.
Hey, I like seeing your merch on your table by your computers. I like your hat.
Thank you, Inkshed.
I like your mug.
Thank you, Inkshed.
Yeah, we're stepping up the game, Brent.
Hey, you stepped up with the coaches in the mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that we're quite there yet, but we're trying.
Okay. Hey, can I ask you? I am ready. This is talking season's over. Let's go, guys. Right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Football's here.
Let's play.
Hey, Bo.
Yes.
Can I get one of y'all's tumblers?
Yeah. Sure. What else do you want? What else do you want?
What are your hats?
Edward's got a $20 bill on him. We'll throw that in there.
No.
No, one of your hats for advertising for you guys.
Absolutely.
I got one here you can have.
Chuck's got.
I
Chuck
got one
collects
just
all
like
kinds of
Bo's.
hats.
I got one just like Bo's. I got one just like Bo's you can have.
Hey, you're going to take it off? Don't take it off your head. I mean, give me a new one.
No, this one right here.
Same one.
It hasn't been worn. Hasn't been worn. It's brand new. It's all yours.
Spicy mustard.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just telling you, I'm going to be up there next week. I'm going to roll back at 9
You
o'clock.
said that last week, Brent.
You're not
I'm a
smoking in
busy
that.
man,
You're
Chuck.
not smoking in that new van yet, are you?
No, sir.
Good. Proud of you.
Absolutely not.
Proud of
Brother
you.
Manley.
Proud of you. Proud of you, Brent.
Hey, those Zen packs are forever, man. I love them while I'm driving.
I have to admit that you're right about that. It's 8:30. We got to hit a break. Thanks, Brent. It's the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey guys. You're having a great show today.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
feel like it's kind of my duty to keep Chuck moving. And so I'm just saying, I think one more experience this summer.
I might have one. I might have one left in me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
So they're probably wrapping up practice right now. So we want to go. We want to go inside Cafe B as the first football practice concludes at Blakeman's Jewelers, and see what the conversation is like with Ben Blakeman, how summer went.
Yeah.
And he's joining us now. Ben, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Chuck. Good morning, Bo. How are we today?
Ben, doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm walking into Cafe B as we speak, about to get the morning cappuccino going.
Is that what you normally do, a cappuccino?
Yeah, got to. Only way to start the day.
That's
we
need that here. We need that here.
we just need to do the show from here.
We do need to do the show from there. And I don't know. It's like everything else. We get all excited about Bart trying to break 100 at Oakmont, and we're going to make it happen. We run out of steam. We were going to do the show at football practice today. I don't know what happened, but we're in the studio. We got to come to Blakeman's and do, the coffee and the Cafe B and maybe even a little Prosecco, I don't know, at 8 a.m., a mimosa or something. And
Let's do it.
Here we are, and we're resting on our laurels. We got to get a purple bag. I know.
I got to let us in at 5 a.m.
I know when we're going to do it. We're going to do it when Arkansas wins 8 games. And Frank Fletcher has said he's given away, I saw this out of Little Rock yesterday, he's given away 12 new automobiles if Arkansas wins 8 games. And then Jordan Wright jumped in, and he's given 12 something away if they win 8 games. And we were just wondering if, maybe you would give away 12 diamonds.
We'll have to see on
Big ones.
I'll partner with Jordan Wright. That's what I'll assist him on his
12 briskets, and there's a diamond in one of them. Who's going to be the lucky winner? It's the new play on a king cake.
Eat it all to find out.
Yeah.
The Arkansas king cake. I like that.
That's good. Look at that. Bang.
This is the thing. Yeah. Call Jordan.
Yeah. But have him set it up. What'd you do this summer? Did you do anything fun? Did you hit a hole in one or anything?
No hole in one this summer. Played a little golf, but not as much as normal. With the new Cafe B and with the new storage, it worked a lot. Got to fish a little bit, and now just excited for fall and football and getting back in the real groove.
If you want to see some beautiful trout, follow Ben on Instagram.
Yeah.
Clay thinks he's the only one that catches, massive brownies, but
I'm actually headed out tomorrow, so I'm gonna give it a go for into summer here tomorrow.
We got 3 empty Saturdays left, starting tomorrow, and then we've got football.
Wow.
Man, how good did it feel to just have football on TV last night?
Right?
It was good for a little while.
Yeah.
It really was.
I
Tesla
didn't
had a
watch
good
much
night.
of it, but it was good energy.
You're right.
When I pull up the guide and it shows football. Like, it just got me excited.
That's a great way to describe it. It's good energy. It just feels right. It feels like it's here and it's happening and it's headed our way. So what do you think of the season? Do you have your record prediction posted at Blakeman's?
I don't want to make any calls ahead of time, but there's been a lot of kind of gloomy calls and kind of word around town. I don't feel that way. Talon, he looks bigger, he looks confident. If what has kind of been floating around the last couple of days about injuries in the past, and that's non-existent now, he's got the skill. So if we can put the game plan together, let's do it.
Ben, what are people celebrating this time of year when they come into Blakeman's? Anniversaries, the start of school. What are...
What's it? Yeah, back to school bracelets. That's the thing, Bo.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, though, for Sorority Rush, David Yerman bracelets are a thing. So I know you and I were both joking, but back to school bracelets for Sorority Rush are a thing.
What would Chuck look good in? Like, would you maybe we could get you something, Chuck, for back to
I've been lobbying for a watch, like Bart's.
Two things. We got to get Chuck. We got to get him a new Razorback dog tag and a chain.
Okay,
that's what Chuck needs is a dog tag and the chain.
That's so good.
I'm gonna take care. We're gonna get a delivery. I'm gonna come in studio for that one.
I want to see. Yes, that is good. That's gonna be.
Well, I love that.
Yes, and then you got to wear it outside your shirt.
Oh, of course. Or just have it unbuttoned enough. That's the other thing.
Yeah, a little chest hair and a little Razorback dog tag and a chain. Man, can you imagine?
That's living right there,
Can you
baby.
imagine you walking in to the booth and Quinn's already there, and you walk in like that? He's going to say, "My man."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have the look. There's no question.
Talking about energy, we're doing this. This is going to be a thing.
I'd settle for a watch. I'd settle for a watch. It can just be a basic watch. It doesn't have to be anything like, fun.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
No, it does. You don't go into. See, this is why you go to Blakeman's, because you don't ever know what's going to happen. Like, you think you're going in there, you got your mind on something, and then you walk out of there and you look better than you thought you could beforehand.
Absolutely. Have y'all as a show, have y'all made a prediction?
Well, not really. I mean, I think I predicted 9 wins like 4 months ago. It was for fun. But
I love that.
Yeah, but I don't I'm not taking that to the bank. I do think, and people get mad at me for saying this, like I think this is the expectation or something. But I do think if you make the postseason, if you go to a bowl game, if you win 6 or more games with this schedule,
yeah.
I mean, it does depend on how the games are played. Like, if you blow a bunch of leads in the fourth quarter and all that, and that's how you ended up with 6 wins, you don't feel as good about it. But if you're just looking at it on paper and you say you win 6 games in this schedule, I mean, I think you're going to have had a lot of good memories in the season.
Yeah, no, I agree. And one thing that it is true for Razorbacks, seems like in every sport, we're going to win some games we shouldn't. We're going to lose some games we shouldn't. And with some of the schedule, I mean, Auburn, kind of who knows. Texas A&M often feels overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame these last couple of years, but they're coming to Arkansas
for the first time.
Let's shock them.
Are you going to be at that 11 a.m. kickoff, Ben?
Boy, yeah, I'm gonna be there with Chuck, 5 a.m. and the gold chain getting ready.
Yes. This is we got to. What time's the Ben Blakeman tailgate start on the 11 a.m. Notre Dame game?
He said gold chain there too. By the way, gold chain.
That slipped out.
Yeah,
that slipped out.
Yeah. I don't know if he really meant that part. Now he didn't say gold plated either. He said gold.
No. It's got to be the real deal.
If I told you that Arkansas would win 11 games this year and go to the college football playoff, if you got an earring, would you do it?
No. No, they're on their own. They're on their own. I'm sorry.
How about the chain? Will you do the chain for 8 wins?
If they win 8 games, I'll wear your chain for a little while. Yeah.
Chain is automatic.
Yeah, that's going to happen. That's done.
All right.
Ben, enjoy what's left of summer. We'll catch up again. Look forward to seeing you soon. And I'm looking forward to the season.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a great weekend. Go Hogs. And I'll be sure to send some fish photos to make Clay jealous.
Yeah, please do. Please do, man. Great catching up. Thanks for all you do.
All right. Yes, sir. Y'all have a great one. Thanks.
Ben Blakeman, thank you. He's the mayor of Rogers, I think, at this point. With that new spot, that store is unbelievable.
Evidently.
Go in there and have a cappuccino, talk some hogs, and leave with a purple bag and make somebody's day. Maybe your own. It's 8:46, the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Do you think Kim Mulkey could operate a jackhammer?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call. If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story. Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Who's going to be the first to get a Chuck and Bo tattoo? I mean, I think Chuck might do it.
No. You can have mine. You just get 2 of them.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, I was looking at Weigert Realtors, the Griffin Company's website the other day, and I mean, they got a lot of homes, lots of homes, in lots of price ranges all over the region. And you know, when you deal with this every day, when you're a true pro, you understand your area, you understand your region, you know location, and that's what they do at Weigert Realtors, the Griffin Company. When you're buying a home, It's kind of like going to buy an automobile. We talk about selection. You want someone that can show you a lot of things, for lack of a better way to put it, and they can. At Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they're going to find your dream home. They're going to find a home that you like. And when it comes time to sell, they're going to help you get every single dime that you can get out of your home, because that's what you're looking for when it comes time to sell. Maybe you wonder if it's the right time. They can tell you that too. You're always going to partner with one of the best trained agents in the business when you partner with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. It's why they've been turning houses into homes since 1978. Washington County, Benton County, Fort Smith, Branson, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Did you hear what Diego Pavia said about his buddy and backup quarterback and his Blaze Berlowitz? What has
was
led
it Diego talking about the backup?
Yeah, and they were saying, like, he said, man, he's improved a lot. And they're like, well, what do you think has led to that improvement?
How has he improved over the last year? Oh, I think he laid off the ladies, you know. Yeah, he's more focused, more dialed in.
Paying attention to football now. Laid off the ladies.
Booger said earlier, you never know, man. You got 17 to 21-year-olds out there, and you never know if somebody just broke up with their girlfriend or, you know, missed a test or didn't pay a parking ticket.
Hey, I've always said, if you want to know, you know, we talk about them being kids, get on the bus with them and hear them talking to their girlfriend or their parents on the phone, their mom on the phone or their girlfriend on the phone. You remember and realize real quickly, these are kids, man. They say the same stupid stuff we said when we were that age.
You know, and it does lead to unpredictable results sometimes in a game.
It does.
For those that are going to be on the Oaklawn Sports app, casting weight. Did anybody do any exhibition betting last night? Just to
Edward called it. I don't know if he actually put any money on it, but
did you
you
break
called
into
it.
the season?
I did not wager.
Practice betting?
No, I didn't wager, but I did say Chargers money line multiple times in the studio yesterday.
But you
don't
get any credit for it because you
close.
didn't win any money. I mean, you didn't put your money where your mouth was. You
I don't
just
care.
said it.
That's fine.
If you decide
that's what we do.
Being right's enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Being right's the prize.
That's
in
enough
and
for
of
me.
itself.
If you decide you want to partake, Oaklawn Sports app, download it. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. And new and existing customers get a 10% profit boost. So check all that out. They get the win totals up right now. We're going to have probably Zach on next week. Get some more
it's time
things.
to get back to Zach.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach Gillum, Director of Sports Wagering at Oaklawn, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Bet with the brand you trust. Bet with Oaklawn Sports.
Well, the gang all back together again.
Cooler temperatures this weekend in the 80s. Yeah. Looking forward to that.
It's a good weekend for yard work.
And Tesla, if you did miss it last night, for the Lions, caught 2 or 3 targets for a team-high 46 yards.
Yeah, he looked good.
It was fun to watch.
He looks like a guy that's going to play for a while.
It's fun to see some football on TV. Have a great weekend. We'll do it again on Monday.
Hey, if you've been thinking about a new ride, now's the time to make it happen. That's because Chevy of Fayetteville is kicking off their summer drive deals with some of the best offers you'll get all year. Trailblazers starting at $23,000, Colorados from only $30,000, the new Equinox EVs from just $30,000. No matter what you're looking for, these deals are real and they won't last long. So don't wait. Head over to Chevy of Fayetteville today. Together, let's drive.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty